Hello, hello, welcome aboard. The birds are shouting. It's a Sunday morning and they're shouting already. How are they supposed to know the clocks have changed, you know? They're waking up half the neighbourhood. They're yelling. So you're going to go and sort them out quickly before they yell some more. Yell, 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 yell. Oh, it's raining, that's not very helpful either. Yeah, Mom. Stop yelling. So noisy, bud. Should we have a see what Willow's doing? She's been in there some time now. Can I give this to Willow? Is that okay? Is that okay if I put this in for Willow? Let's have a look. Willow, what are we doing in here? Oh, camera's freaking out. Willow, where are you? I can't, what's happening? What's happening? Willow. The food will come to you, Willow. The food will come to you. So for those of you that don't know what's going on here, Willow is sitting on her eggs. And when she sits on eggs, when they sit on eggs, they stay there. They're supposed to come out once or twice a day to, you know, eat, have a poo, have a wash, that kind of stuff. But this one is serious on sitting. So every now and then throughout the day we have to actually come and move her because she will just sit there all day long and it's not good for them. One, they're not eating. Two, they're not pooping. So they could die if they keep that up. So every now and then we've got to shift her. Okay, Willow, I'll leave you be. You're not hissing at me though, so that's nice. Right, ducks. Alright, Chirpy, I'll leave you be for now. I'll be back in a bit to clean your mess. Shut up, Chirpy, shut up. Wi-Fi issues again. I forget that by the time I get up here, I disconnect from the Wi-Fi. So yeah, how are we doing, guys? It's a Sunday morning, the clocks have changed, the time is not what it was yesterday. And we're all here. So, how are we? Did I just see frozen? Are you telling me that you're frozen? Good morning. I'm good, thank you. Karis, I'm very good, thank you. Wish it wasn't raining. It makes this a little bit messier. You know, everything I touch is, I wish it just wet, but usually everything around here is covered in some sort of duck poo layer anyway, so it's just slimy. Hang in. You feel better after yesterday? That's good, I'm glad about that. It's never good when you don't feel good. The ducks are probably like, I can hear you, but I can't see you. Why haven't you opened the door yet? I can hear a hose pipe. I don't know where that's going. Must be next door. Rosie, you are back now. I am back now. Meg's back in work. so you're back with me for now. Meg's working a lot this week actually. I think the only day off now she's got is Saturday. She's working right the way through till next Saturday. So yeah, she's a busy one. Or did I just say, yeah, having a cuppa in bed? I was planning that this morning. I woke up later than usual because I'm usually woken up by chirp, to be honest. But I woke up later than usual and thought, oh, I don't know, I'll have one, grab a cuppa, chill out a little bit before I let them out, because technically, you know, with the clocks changing, it's earlier, letting them out earlier than the actual time. But no, as soon as I go into the kitchen, Goosey started yelling, so it was like mad rush then, trying to get ready to let him out. So I haven't even had tea, breakfast, none of that yet. Okay, shall I do what I need to do? Let's actually move you forward a bit. Spin you around. Actually, I'll just spin you around that way. Let's just do that, is it? Okay, start thinking about which ducks you think are going to come out of the coop first. Okay, so ducks, we've got Sarah Duck, Peaches Cream, Roger and Drew. And for the chickens, we've got Buttercup, Blossom, Salt and Pepper. Yesterday, Pepper came out first. The day before that, Pepper came out first. Before that, I can't remember because I've stepped twice since then. Have you got any guesses? Salt, Peaches, Pepper, Salt. Roger first, yeah. Roger doesn't usually come out first. I think Roger is like, he when it comes to letting the girls out, he just lets them go, and then they eat all the food. So I've never seen a Roger out first, but it would be nice to see Roger come out first, wouldn't it? I think he's really tiny as well, so he just stays back before he gets crushed. Salt. I think that's it for the guesses. Shall we find out? Shall we find out? Oops. Oh. Oh my God. I'll keep it there. Spin you around there. I've got their treats for the morning, so they'll rush out and then they'll turn around and they'll come find me and they'll be like, Chris, where's our peas and sweet corn? We want it now. There you go. Ready, Marks? Get set. Go! It was Duck! Ducky came out first! Come on, Ducky! Here we go, Rog. Go on, have a munch. See, look, he doesn't. He just wanders off. In the pool. You get it all today, guys, because Willow's not eating it. So I'm not having to save any as well. There we go. Oh, no. So there we go. It was Ducky. Ducky made it out first. This one here. She's unusual because she's the shyest of all of our chickens. So you wouldn't have thought she would have been pushy enough to get out, but obviously she was. Right, I just seen something about Salt escaping there. Has Salt escaped? Yes, Salt has escaped twice in the past week. However, I put an end to that. I found the location she was escaping from and blocked it up. So she's not escaping from that anymore. She has tried though. She's gone back to that location. She was actually escaping from here. She was climbing onto this beam, hopping over here. When the wind blew, this would lift, and she went under that. The thing was, when I first designed and built this, the plastic went further over and was capped, but the wind has actually ripped the roof, which made it really loose, which then it flapped around over there. So she found a way out. But we've screwed a piece of wood down on there now, so it doesn't go. But then she was there trying to escape there, and then she's wandered across this beam here, and she tried her luck on the other side. And technically, you know, but it's tighter over there, so it's more difficult to get out of. But if she was persistent, I hope she's not listening. If she's persistent, she could probably get out over there. But it's tighter, so hopefully not. Creamy morning pond dip. Good morning, Katie. Yeah, we're all good here. Tad chilly, I've got to be honest, my hands are cold. Hang on a minute, that's a good point, I've got gloves here. Somewhere I have gloves, yeah. I can solve that problem right now. The only problem is I can't touch the phone screen when I'm wearing them. So yes, I'm very well. How are you this morning, Katie? How far did Salt get? Not far. She stayed in the garden. Basically, the reason she's been escaping is because the first time she escaped, she wanted to lay an egg, but Meg was cleaning out the coop, so she closed the door so she could disinfect the floor and then wait for the floor to dry. I'm going to pop you over there so you can see cream. So she couldn't go to her usual spot to lay an egg. So instead of doing what most of the other birds do and go in the, there's a box, actually, let me show you. There's a box here that we put, there you go, there. And they go in there. Some of them lay eggs in there. Not very often because usually the main coop is open. But if we have sick birds and we have to keep them separate, or if we have ducklings, what's going on with this? This is something weird going on here. Let's move out of there. Goslings, that type of stuff, they go in there during the day or night or whatever. They go in there anyway. So usually, if they can't find anywhere to lay because we've closed the coop, they go in there and they lay their eggs in there. But Salt was like, no, I don't want to lay my eggs in there. I want to go somewhere else. So she managed to find a way out. Now, when she found a way out, she made her way down to where Willow is laying her eggs, and she laid her eggs in Willow's bed. We thought that was amusing. Suicidal, but amusing, because, you know, she's dealing with a broody goose, so she must have gone in there when Willow wasn't in there and laid her egg on top of Willow's eggs. Okay, so the next time she escaped, the coop was open. She could have gone quite happily in her normal places, but no, she wanted to go and try and lay her egg with Willow's eggs again, which is the video you may have seen that Meg posted where Willow had Salt in her death grip, and we had to rescue Salt because, well, I think Willow would have killed her if we hadn't intervened. It was a vicious one, but she still tries to go down there. Like she had a near-death experience with the chicken versus broody goose, and she still tries to get out to go and lay her eggs down there. So that's why I had to get involved then and actually stop her escaping, because her escaping normally, it's not really a big issue, it just means trying to catch her is fun. But then her life was in danger, so we had to stop it. Okay, Sarah, did Willow settle on an egg? She is technically settled on an egg. We don't know if she's doing a fantastic job. It's difficult to tell. What she is doing is she's sitting there for far too long. And I know they've got to sit there for a long period of time. But one of you have pooed really close to me and it really, really stinks. That is rancid. But, yeah, yes, Roger, yes, I agree. So she is sitting on them. She's not moving all day long though, so we haven't to actually move her off her eggs. She's not moving to eat, she's not moving to poop. She's just sitting there all day long. If we go anywhere near her, she attacks us. So we have to go in there all armoured up. Hang on a minute, let's give you a different view. There you go, I'll have those two down there. Nice flap there, Roger. So, yeah, so once or twice a day, depending on how long she stays off her eggs, we go and move her so she has time to eat and have a wash, and have a poo. Eat and poo are the two most important ones. And then we shimmy her back in there again to sit on her eggs. So she is sitting on them. We'll have to wait, we'll have to wait. But yeah, technically she is doing a job. And she's very protective, so. Yeah, exactly, Katie. That's exactly the problem. So she's sitting on them. When I went in there early on, she was sitting next to them, which kind of defeats the object. So she's very protective of her eggs, but she's not sitting on them properly. The other thing is she's sitting on them, so they kept it around 37.5 degrees Celsius. That's our body temperature. So if we touch that, it doesn't feel warm. Then is that because it's our body temperature as well, you know. So we don't, without actually measuring the temperature of each egg, we don't know if she is doing a proper job. But we do know that early on she wasn't sitting on them properly, and that may continue. We just got to hope for the best, I suppose. It's her first, no, it's her second time trying. She didn't do a very good job of it last year either. She's great once she's got goslings, but sometimes you just have to hatch the goslings elsewhere and bring them in. Chirpy is doing a fantastic job though. Whenever Willow gets off her eggs, let's give you something else to look at because they've all moved over to here. When Willow gets off her eggs, Chirpy goes in, he like rushes in, and then he starts covering them up, and he gets all the feathers and all the straw, and he's pulling them under his and just basically creates a little protection barrier over the top of the eggs, ready for when Willow comes back. It's like super cute. Wow, there's 90 of you guys in here. Welcome everybody. I didn't realise there was so many people in here. How are we all, guys? Trying to find somewhere I can sit where I'm not sitting in poo and it's comfortable, I'm not getting wet. Sunday morning duck live. What are their names? Okay. Willow, I will point you in the direction of Willow later when I pop back down here to clean them out. Although you won't be able to see her very well because she's sat in the dark. Drew, you just fell out of the pond. Right, names. Okay, so the one in front of you here, that is Sarah. Sarah was one of our first ducks that we had. We had her 2.5 years ago now, I think. So that's Sarah. That one over there is Cream. Cream is one of Sarah's babies from a few years back. No longer a baby, obviously. This is Duck from the BBC duo Sarah and Duck. So we've got Sarah over there, and we've got Duck over there. Sarah and Duck. Roger's just bombed off in there, so that's Roger. He's only male duck. He rules the roost. Something like that anyway. Well, we've got Peaches. That's Peaches. Peaches and Cream look exactly the same except they're different colours. But if they're side by side, if it was a black and white photo, you wouldn't tell the difference. Oop, getting tripped on. This here, that is Salt. She's a leghorn. She's the one that likes to escape. She's like crazy. That is either Blossom or Buttercup. I can't tell the difference. We've got two red chickens that look very similar. Who am I missing? Oh, that was me falling down the slide, guys. That was me falling down the slide. Anybody else? Anybody else? Who are we missing? We are missing chickens. Chickens. Right, we've got, there we go, it's Blossom and Buttercup there. Blossom and Buttercup, Salt. And then we've got a Pepper in there as well. I don't know where Pepper is. She might be laying. And then there's Drew. Drew is a runner duck. Right, I'm going to park you back there so you can look at the duckies, but there, and I can sit without falling down the slide, potentially. So we've got Sarah, Duck and Roger over there. Sarah and Duck. Right. Sarah and Duck. Right. Drew's coming out to say hello. Woo! Good. You missed this life. What's it? Adnan? Did you have ducks and chickens yourself, or a farm? of your own. We love a farm. This is just as our garden, as you can see. You have missed the geese, Lil, but we were going to pop back down there to clean them out in a bit, so you'll see them again if you hang about. Drew and Sarah, no, Drew and Duck are both runners. The white one there, that's Duck, and that's Drew. So they're both runners. Sarah is a miniature crested call duck, which is why they shout or laugh. They go, meh, 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 meh. You're laughing at you, they are. They're laughing at me. Sarah, where you going? I'm going to have a munch. That's where I'm going. No problem, Katie. Have a good day. Enjoy your shift. Hopefully it's a pleasant one. There's always one, isn't there? Actually, there's always a few, generally. Bringing out the duck jokes. Thanks for the gifts, guys. Drew! Who are you talking to, Drew? Are you thanking them for the gift as well? Is that what you're doing? Well done, bud. No, thanks to no one. Guys, these people are liking you guys. They're giving you gifts. Might be able to upgrade your coop, who knows? Maybe. Oh, Roger. Roger's so cute. I love a Roger. There's Roger. You just love him. He just waddles so funnily. Thanks again for the gift. Only baddies. Thanks, girl. Thanks, only baddies. Oops. Pointing in the wrong door. Even Cream's come in to say hello now. Cute! Yes, Miss Jones, they are very cute. The ducks are fabulous, Mark, yes. Thank you, Official Beck, for the gift. The rose. For the rose. Pick up a duck. Right. It's harder to pick up a duck. I will try my best. Chickens are easy to grab hold of. They let you pick them up. But ducks, not so much. Okay, what I'll do, I'll turn it around so I can see what you're looking at, and you can see me trying to pick up a duck. But you've said that now, and they've all run away. Right. I've got duck for there. Don't go away, don't go in there, don't go in there, don't go in there. Roger, he's like, I'm always the one that gets grabbed. Why is doing that? You're always in the right place at the right time, Rog. So we go. So this is Roger, guys. As you can see, they don't really like being picked up. They're not terrified of it. But when I put him back down, I'll show you when I put him back down, you'll jump into a pond and you'll wash off the human cooties. And you'll be like, get that human off me. And you'll flap his wings and do all that jazz. So they're not really a fan of being handheld, even though we've had them from like itty bitty ducks. But we didn't hatch these. We got these from a poultry farm where Peaches and Queen were hatched. But again, they were raised by Roger, this one here, and Sarah. So again, they are more friendly with us. They don't run away from us like these guys do. But again, they don't like being picked up. So Roger, you're so cute though. Look at you. Look at yourself in the camera, Rog. So cute. I kind of feel like I should slide him down the slide, but I don't know how I'm going to do that with two hands holding the duck, and I need to turn the camera around. So I'm gonna try and quickly Roger, don't squirm. Stop squirming. My finger won't click camera. There we go. Right. Look at him. See, he's like, get that off me. I don't want that. Don't want human hands. What is he doing? Juice coming in. He's so funny. He's still going. He's like, oh, he was holding me for at least 2 minutes. I need to have at least 2-minute bath. Is the water clean? Well, yes and no. So these guys are ducks, obviously, as you can see. They poop in their water constantly, which is why they're known as waterfowl. It's because that's what they do. They foul in the water. So they eat loads of food, they climb in a pond, and then they poo everywhere. So the water does go through a filtration system. What was that? The water does go through a filtration system and comes back in, which is why you can see the water pouring out here. So the water coming out here is relatively clean. It filters out most of the poop, and then it goes in here and it goes out through that hole over there, and there's a hole down in there, see? And then it goes into that water butt and it pumps out of that water butt to a filtration system which is round the back of my shed. So there we go. That's how that's cleaned. Every single day we empty these little ponds. We go one there and we go one over there, one over there, over there. Because by the end of today, that will be black. And they haven't got mud. No, there's no mud in here. They haven't got. Well, I suppose there's a little bit of mud there. But basically, they climb in there and they poop so much. It's just black. So every day that gets emptied, and every day that one over there gets emptied. But this one is filtered, so we don't empty that one so much. Partly because it's a lot of work, so we empty that one. There we go. Do you see that there? Do you see that floating down there? That was Drew just having a poo, that was. Lucky you, just witnessed it firsthand. Why do they put their head in the water? They're trying to eat. No, this is grim. Just after I've told you, they poo in the water. All that poo settles in the bottom. And yeah, then they stick their head in the water and eat off the bottom. So have a guess what they're eating, guys. Ducks are literally foul creatures, but they're so cute. So it's okay. Thanks, guys, for the follows, by the way. Your follows get buried with the people joining and leaving, but we do apologise. Appreciate. That's the word I'm looking for. We do appreciate the follows too. So thank you for the follows. How old are they? Okay. Hi, Nathan. Welcome aboard. How do you pronounce your name there? Is that Zomia 1813? Or Exomia, or is it Silent X? Anyway, how old are they? Around about the 2.5 year mark for most of them. Like Drew here, I think is 2.5. Roger, we had them all at the same time, and they were all roughly the same age, except for these guys. So these guys were born about 18 months ago. So that one there. Peaches and Cream, wherever Cream is. But basically, Cream looks the same as Peaches, but white. I think she's probably in the coop. But yeah, they're not very old, really. Still laying eggs. Talking about eggs, we need to go and collect them. Okay, you'll have to find Meg. If you need to talk to Meg, you can find her on her Instagram. She's currently very busy in work at the moment. so she's not going to be doing lives for some time. Monday evening at 8 o'clock we are candling the eggs live, so if you pop along Monday evening at 8 o'clock you'll be able to talk to her directly then. Other than that, you'll have to contact her via Instagram if you want to chat. Michaela, do we not want children? Do you mean like human children or fluffy children? Okay, Shona Faki, is that your name? You'll be pleased to know these are pets. We are not of the, well, I was going to say we are not meat eaters. I am, on the odd occasion, but we are predominantly vegetarian. If there's a bacon sandwich going, I will not decline. But we don't buy meat to eat ourselves. So yeah, these guys are pets, and even if we did eat lots of meat, these guys were pets. We were both meat eaters when we bought these guys, but we didn't buy them to eat. We bought them as pets. So you'd be pleased to know, no birds are harmed in our care. Oh, never, Daisy. That is something. It doesn't matter where you are, how much protection you try and give your birds. Rats are sneaky little critters, and they can find their way through all sorts of stuff. We were even told when we were building the hard standing that these guys live in now, because it never used to be concrete in here. It used to be mud and chip-ins. It used to be chip-ins, and they used to find their way in through the chip-ins. But we were told, this is grim by the way, and we didn't do this because we didn't feel right at the time, but we were told by exterminators that the only way to stop rats, because rats can dig through concrete, is to stick glass shards in the concrete. So when they try and dig through the concrete, they actually slice their fingers. I couldn't go through with that, so we just put concrete in and hope for the best. Because that is grim, but yes, rats are a problem. Not so much for us at the moment. We haven't seen any in quite some time, thankfully. But there's certain times of the year where it's challenging. Especially as we live in fielded areas. There's fields all around us, so it doesn't matter how many you get rid of, they are around. But that is devastating. I'm sorry about that, dude. Okay, I'm sure that Christopher Davey 04, I'm sure you're not asking me if iPad pens are hard to keep. I'm assuming you're asking me, are ducks hard to keep? Are hens and ducks hard to keep? Is that what you're trying to say? Not really. Ducks need cleaning out because they're minging and they make a mess. So this run has a clean every single day, usually in the night when I put them to bed. We did a live last night actually, putting them to bed and trying to clean at the same time. That was crazy. Usually I put the ducks to bed and then I clean the run. Trying to do them at the same time just meant the ducks were pooping as I was cleaning, so I wasn't really getting anywhere. But yeah, so they need to clean in every night. Ducks always need water because they need to, when they eat food, they need water to help them digest and drink their food, get it down their necks. So they have to have water. it's also important for ducks to swim, and to, not all ducks that I've come across in people's houses have water to swim in, but it's kind of essential. They're ducks at the end of the day. So we make sure they have ponds. Chickens, not as messy, but not as cute. They just kind of wander around. So chickens are easier to keep, as they just, that's Salt there. That's the escape artist. Salt will just wander around, peck the floor, eat food, poop, lay an egg, yell, wander around, peck, eat food. That's all they do. That's literally all they do. But leghorns, which is what Salt is, they lay a serious amount of eggs. There's a lot of them. I think it's the most eggs laid by a chicken breed, I think. I can't tell you how many it is though. Just over, no, just under one a day. Just. An hour. Hour. No, I can't do it like they do it. I can't do it. Sorry guys, I can't do the hour like you want me to do it. Can we go and get the eggs now? Yes, I was just thinking I need to go and do that. Pet rats. Meg used to have pet rats when she was in South Africa. A bit different though. I don't mind pet rats. At least you have control over those and you can handle them, they're clean. The problem is with non-pet rats is they're not very pleasant. Right, eggs. Okay, guys, we have the potential for 9 eggs. That's the potential. We very rarely have 9 eggs, but that is the potential. How many eggs do you think we've got today? If you keep it inside, Daisy, you should be okay. Because rats shouldn't really be getting into your house. Even if you keep them in a coop or like a run, as long as it's got concrete bottoms and it's built well, it's not like a flimsy shed. Again, you should be okay, but you've got to have to keep an eye on it, because rats will eat through wood or dig their way through wood quite easily. So you just got to keep an eye out for the signs, really. But if you're keeping it in the house, then you really shouldn't have a problem. The other thing is keeping everything clean, because one of the reasons that we not only clean at night because it's better for the ducks to be in a clean environment, but if we make sure that we remove access to all food at night, or at least all food that the rats can reach, then they have less of an incentive to try and get in here. So we don't really see them then. So yeah, keeping everything clean and keeping food out of their reach is a good idea. Do you have any black rock chickens? No black rock chickens. Have we got any guesses for how many eggs we got? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. 9, 4, 4. That's a good idea, guys. 4 and a picture of an egg. It makes it a lot easier to see. I like that idea. I'm going to use that from now on. Thank you. Idea stolen. 3, 8. Oh, 8. That's a high number. Okay, shall we go find out? Isn't that a chicken in the net? No, that is spring greens in the net. Okay, let's go find out. Look at how waterlogged this is getting. It's so soggy. Soggy, soggy, soggy. Oh, I forgot to do that again. See, we've got the problem that the water drives underneath this and soaks inside. Problems with stuff. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, well, so far I can't see any eggs. That's not a good sign. S-U-N-E eggs. F-U-N-E-M. Right, sometimes we have eggs laid here, underneath, just abandoned, but no, there's none there. There is. Ugh. Ming in. None there, none there, none. Wow, guys, so far we haven't got any eggs. And we've got a Pepper in there. Pepper, are you sitting on all the eggs? Is that what's going on here? Are you egg hogging? Can I ask you to move, please? Would that be acceptable behaviour? I can see one egg. There's definitely one in there, guys. I reckon she's sitting on them all. I know, they've hidden them, they are. I think she's sitting them on. Which is weird, they don't usually all lay in one place, so this is bizarre. No, there's bound to be eggs. There's definitely one in there. She's probably sitting on them all, but I need to get her out. But then if she's laying now, she's going to be like, well, I don't want to get out. I'm laying an egg. The other thing is Pepper lays weird eggs. Sometimes they don't even have shells. She just lays an egg with a membrane, so it's all squidgy. And the other day, I was holding on to one of her squidgy eggs, talking to the camera, as I do, about why it was squidgy. And Pepper came in, spotted it in my hand, and decided to peck it. And then I had gooey, warm, because it hadn't long come out of her butt, gooey, warm egg all over my hands. It was gross. It was gross. It was funny for everybody watching though, but it was gross. Pepper, I need those eggs. Can I shimmy you somewhere else, please? Please. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh. Look at what you're doing. Right. 2. Any more under it? No, you don't pet my hand. 3. Any more for you more? No more. That's your feet. Any more? No, I don't think there's any more in there. We got 3, guys. They probably have 4 in like 10 minutes when Pepper lays. One of the chickens have gone mental in the pond. Do your neighbours complain about the noise? Thankfully not. Smell, there isn't much of a smell. Again, like I said, we clean these guys daily, so there's not really a smell. The pond used to smell before we filtered it all out, but again, that doesn't do that now either because we filter it. It's all filtered. And then once a month, once, it depends how bad it is, month to 2 months, I empty out the filters. That smells. That is proper grim, actually. But again, it only smells in a very small location, and only while I'm cleaning it out, and then it's clean again, so no big deal. The noise, we are worried about the noise, but the neighbours continuously tell us that they don't mind it, so we do try and limit the noise as much as possible by putting them to bed at reasonable times and waking them up at reasonable times. You know, normal farms would have birds up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, which isn't really acceptable in a housing estate, but so we tend to stick to a 8:30, 9ish, which I think is fair, but we don't tend to get complaints of the noise. It's just our own worry, really. Okay. I don't know where your eggs have gone, guys, but 3 eggs. You're slacking, guys. You're slacking. Chickens, where are your eggies too? Why do we only have 2? Chirpy, stop yelling. Okay. So yeah, I don't know why there's only 3. Oops, I'm falling down. I was expecting at least 5. Okay, shall we sort the geese out? Is that the next thing to do? Sort the geese out. I want that, and that. That and that. So if any of you wanted to see Willow, whoever wanted to see Willow, if you're still here, we'll get there now. Although hopefully you'll be able to see it because it's going to be dark. Chirpy! Chirpy chirps. So there's Willow. Chirpy, chirpy. So that's Willow doing her thing. I threw some lettuce in there. She's got a little bit by her butt, but I did throw some lettuce in there earlier and she has eaten that, so that's good. But she does need to come out at some point to have a poo. Unfortunately, though, Meg needs to do that. If I get involved in that, Chirpy gets nasty with me, so he doesn't get nasty with Meg, but he does get nasty with me. So let's not do that. Right, where am I going to put this phone, Chirps, so that you can't bite it? I just said, please reply. Please reply to what? Sorry, I missed that. What's going on? Hi, what's going on? I'm cleaning. I'll answer that one as that's right there. I'm now about to clean the goose coop and run. Well, run, not coop. We have a broody goose, sitting on eggs in the coop. And if I go in there, I'm likely to lose a finger, so we're not going to bother with that one for now. But I will be cleaning the coop, the run. Oh. And Chirpy will be getting in the way as always, but you know, it's what he does. He does what he does best. Chirpy alarm, yep, Chirpy alarm. Please reply with the rabbit. Will the rabbit get caught on concrete slab flooring? You watch where you're pecking, bud. Yeah, concrete slab flooring. If you put all your bedding and stuff in there that you would usually put in there for rabbits, it should be okay. Although you can get rubber and put that down on top of the concrete floor, like a rubber mat. A bit like the stuff that we've just put down in here, because we had the same problem. I'll show you. We had the same problem in here. It's not so the rubber floor. They were down on that, and most of the time that was fine until it was really, really cold at night, and then it's not good for their feet. If it's not really, really cold, it's not too much of a problem. But if it's really, really cold, then that's not ideal. So we put rubber mats down. You could do that. All those, you know, those rubber mats that you get for children playpens and things, like the little ones that they stick together, like squares, and they jigsaw puzzle together. Should probably be alright for rabbits. But you're probably gonna have sawdust and stuff in there as well, yeah. So they've got places to burrow into. Chirpy, that's my finger. I need those. anymore before I put you down on the floor and risk getting your faces nibbled by Chirpy's beak. Hey, that's a little bit close to, you know, thing you shouldn't be biting. Nathan, yes, it is definitely rainy here. It's raining good and proper. Well, I say good and proper. It's not really raining good and proper. It's that minging misty stuff that gets you soaked instantly, but you can't really see it. Right, where am I going to put this chirp? I can't rely on you not to bite it. That's the problem. Ow, my finger. And I need it over that side because that's where that goes. What I need is somewhere in here that I can actually place you so you're protected from this thing. Yeah, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Okay, you can bite those. Agreed. Is that a compromise? You can bite those as long as you leave the camera on, yeah? Yeah? Oh, the water droplets on your back. No, you're not climbing on me. Aye, aye, aye. I'm not here to be climbed on. I'm here to clean your coop, bud. That's why I'm here. Go in one sensible place, Chip. I point the camera at a sensible place so they didn't have to watch me scraping poop. But you just follow me around, so not practical. I'm filming perspective. Not practical. Oh, I'm Marvin now. Marvin, bud. No, get off my hands. Get off. Get off. Get off. Come back, come on. Come back in here. Oh no, I didn't realise I was in there. Oh damn it. Chirpy, wouldn't you tell me? That's going to cause a problem. Oh no. I didn't realise, Chirps. I didn't know. I made a boo-boo, guys. I made a boo-boo. Here's me talking about trying to keep food away from rats earlier. And then I go and tip this all over the floor. And it's all gone down behind that. Down behind there. Which means I'm not going to be able to get access to it. Which is going to be... Oh, gross. Oopsie! I made a boo-boo. That was empty yesterday, so Meg's obviously put them in there, in the dirty water, and the water was dirty, so I couldn't see them. And I just gone and tipped them all out. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Go! of the ducks are laying an egg, guys. What are you doing? I don't trust you at the moment, you're biting things you shouldn't be biting. Like my finger, stop it. Chirpy's getting overprotective. Look at him, he's getting like proper protective. No, Chirpy, what are you doing? Not a practice, I'm trying to clean here. Going all weird on us. See, now I've emptied his water out, guys, and he's trying to clean himself in no water. Right, I gotta leave a sec. Hopefully this guy calms down. No, I'm gonna get wet. That's the point. I go there. I don't want to get wet. I don't want to get wet. Let's spin you around. There we go. It's going mental, that goose. Don't come to me. No, no. Yes, Nathan, I agree with you, but there's not really something to discuss on a live which is usually filled with children. Chirpy, it's my bum. Stop biting it. Okay, not really sure what's going on there. Right, well that's filled up. We've got people asking to see hens again. I can pop back up there briefly. I need them to munch though. Let me just quickly do some sweeping. We quickly, briefly pop back up there, but I need to munch from Marvin. Chirps. I know. You're on your own, aren't you? Your girl's left you. She hasn't left you, she's sitting on eggs. It means you're not getting any attention off her. Come on, lift your legs, lift your legs. Okay, Chucky, I'm leaving. We're going back up top. Quickly, one more gander at the goose. Gander at the goose. Willow, are you sitting on your eggs? Are you doing a good job, Willow? Are you protecting your babies? You're doing a good job there. There's some lettuce by your bum, by the way. You could eat that instead of pooping on it. Alright, I'll see you later, Willow. Here's a good one. Continue sitting on them properly, okay? Make sure you give them a good rolling. And you tuck them in tight. Yeah? Okie dokie. Goodbye now. Kirby, I need you to give Willow breakfast in bed, okay? Make sure you feed her well. Also make sure she goes to the toilet, because she'll just sit there forever. Okay. It sounds like the shooting range has started back up again. We haven't heard that noise for at least 12 months. Okay, hens. Pepper, you're out. Oh, I can't open the door. Open the door. Here we go. Whoever wanted to see hens, here's some hens. Pepper's coming in as well. Pepper! Set the dog off again. Oh, Creamy, look, you're so cute, Cream. Oh, you could have flapped your wings in shot though. Oh, she's running away from the camera. They are quite funny, you're not wrong. Ducky, flapping ducky. See if Pepper's laid. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Pepper, have you laid? Pepper, have you laid? Do you want to tell me so I don't have to go out in the rain? No? Okay, I'm just going to plant it myself. Falling over. How am I going to do it? Pepper, don't go back in there now. I see an egg. I see an egg. Four. There we go. We got one egg in there. We got an egg. So yeah, Pepper's laid. So we've got 4 eggs altogether, guys. It's not. This is, I suppose, it's average. It's an average. Why did I open this door? Because it's raining. I shouldn't open this door. Let's close this door. Hope you don't fall over. Yeah, see again. The wind is giving me roof problems. I built this structure as a temporary structure from reclaimed wood that we found on an old building site that was all being scrapped. as a temporary solution to a chicken coop. And then it became the permanent solution. It's still not ideal. We need to change it. Oh, chirpy. I left my glove in here. I left my glove. Oh, it's probably barking at the noise. So we've got the gunshots going off over the road. And we haven't heard that for over 12 months now, so he's probably freaking out. Has Roger not been busy? It doesn't really work like that, but oh, you would know that. You're a farmer. I just realised that you are. Maxwell Whitley. There we go. Shout out for Maxwell Whitley. I'd get the birds to do it as well, but they can't speak English. Egg fox. Technically they are. Why aren't your animals locked away for avian flu? When it ends tomorrow, lockdown ends tomorrow, or the 31st, whatever, 31st is Wednesday. It ends Wednesday. And 2, we are under a roof. So they are. This structure that I'm currently sitting in undercover was built purely because of avian influenza. It was open top before that. It was still netted, stop birds of prey, which we do have around here, flying over and taking a bird, but it wasn't waterproof. And you could have birds flying over and pooping, couldn't you? But they can't now because we've got a roof over the top. So they are they're not locked away, because they don't have to be locked away, but they do have to be undercover. And they are undercover. So we have fitted that bill. However, we don't really have avian influenza. It hasn't reached us over here. So even though we've been told that we have to do that, and we have done that, there are areas of ground around here that people keep chickens, and they haven't done it. So we've done as we're told, but there's lots of people around here that haven't, which potentially causes everybody problems. It's the whole lockdown scenario, isn't it? Thanks for the TikTok. I missed it, but it was a panda, and I thank Panda with funky glasses, I think it was. It usually pops up and tells me who donated that, but I didn't quite catch it. But thank you all the same. Alex, I'm glad you love the morning lives. I do wonder, you know, I've got to do this job anyway. I don't usually stay out here this long, to be honest. I only ever stay out this long when you guys are here. To keep you entertained. So I'm glad you like it. What are their names? Okay, I'm going to have a name board, I think, at some point, because I keep having this question. We've got... Okay, directly in front of us, we've got Buttercup, Pepper, Drew. So those 3 over there. Then over here we've got Cream. That's Cream. Nope, I've got nobody behind me. We've got Duck over there. That's Duck. That's Peaches flapping. That's Peaches there. Just inside the coop, I don't know if you can see, just inside the coop we've got Salt. There we've got Blossom. That's Blossom there. Let's have a look in here, actually. Got any eggs in here, guys? No eggs in here? No. Nope, no eggs in here. And somewhere around here we've got Roger. Who are we missing? We're missing Roger. And we're missing... No, I think that's it, just Roger. I don't know where Roger's gone. Oh, there's Roger. There we've got Roger there. He's so cute. Oh, and Sarah. Oh, don't forget Sarah. Sarah's there as well. Sarah and Roger were under the deck here. I wonder what they were up to. It's not what you think. They do that in the pond. We're going to potentially have a duck down the slide now. Go on, ducky, down the slide. Whee! Sploosh. Salt is probably trying to plan her escape again. She's like, right, when Chris is unlocking, I will make my escape. How is Salt? Salt? She's okay. She none the wiser. I know she was attacked yesterday by the goose, but after we brought her back, she tried to get out again to go back down there. So, you know, which makes no sense. There's no feeling clearly. Look at Cream. She's calling. No, I've stopped it. I've stopped the call. She was doing a head bop. Doing the head bop. Probably going to do it again now. I've stopped filming her. Yeah, she is. She's doing it again now. See if I can sneak in there. Salty, what are you thinking? So what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm going to need to plug my phone in a second. My phone goes boy. Bear with me a second. Dink. Charge the phone. Yeah, okay. I'm charging. I need to go and feed my dog. I just realised I didn't feed my dog this morning. Why are you just sitting here? Why not, Jordan? If I go back inside now, I'm going to have to stop the live and then none of you will be able to watch it, you know? So that's why I'm just sitting here, giving you the opportunity to watch my crazy birds wander around and do their thing. Racing pigeons, that's cool. I find it fascinating that you can drop them off anywhere and they know their way home. That's like crazy. Like, how do they do that? Built-in sat-navs. Yes, I'm afraid, Lauren. Yeah, we've been to the geese. I've been there. They've been attacked. Well, Willow's just sitting on eggs. You can't really see anything with Willow. She's just sat there doing nothing. And Chirpy is overprotective, so he's protecting her and bites me. So I go in there when I have to, but I don't spend any time in there because it's difficult, to be fair. So, neighbours, no, not really. We supply them with free eggs, so, you know, it's a good trade-off. One on the one side, on our left, well, actually, over there, that house, there, actually, when the birds start being noisy, they open their windows because they find it funny. So, yeah, that's handy. Arlette Glover. Is that Arlette? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Arlette Glover. They are fab. We love our birds. They are the besties. A couple of people mentioning avian flu. It's coming to an end, guys. In the UK, at least, anyway. The lockdown for avian flu is coming to the end on the 31st of March. So we'll be able to let our birds out in the grass again. Happy days! We can go back to free ranging. We get a bit of that as well. Leroy Ritchie, we do get a bit of that as well. We are surrounded. There's a couple of families of kids about. Couple of doors up. I think there's about 12 up there, and they constantly yell. What are they eating? What is what eating? I missed it. I seen it briefly. What are they eating? Right. In the swingy red thing is spring greens. The one on the swingy thing next to it, that was a broccoli, but there's not much of that left. And there's mealworms in the see-through pot. To Pepper's right. But yeah, they do love to peck on the spring greens. The other thing is, it's enrichment. It gives them something to do while they are in a locked down state. Evie the Bunny, 309, you have 26 animals. What animals do you have? That's a lot of animals. Are you in a house or are you in a farm? Because if you're in a farm, that's not a lot of animals. But if you're in a house, that's an overload of animals. Lola 123, what are our jobs? Okay, my job. I have multiple jobs. I'm furloughed at the moment, which is why I'm here. So my job is actually a Lego education guru, if such a thing exists. Before COVID, we used to go into schools and we teach STEM, so like science, maths, all that type of stuff, technology, that kind of stuff. We teach that through Lego, and we'd build Lego, and it was fun. You know, basically I got paid to play with Lego, so that's my actual job. But when we weren't in schools, I build websites. I keep all the technology for the company that I work for working, and I build I build things for classes. So I built a wind tunnel to put cars in there, or you could 3D print things and plonk that in there and see how the airflow goes over what it is that you've built. So I've done those types of things. And then for myself, I host websites and I build websites for my clients. So that's me. That's what I do. Meg works on a farm, so she does all this kind of stuff. This is her baby at the end of the day. She loves animals. I love animals as well, but she loves them and just wants to be with them constantly. So she works on a farm. She looks after wallabies and meerkats, the usual, you know, cows, goats, chickens, geese, all of them, loads of them, horses, the like. She just loves animals, so that's what she does. But that's where she is now. She works on a farm and she's there now. I'm furloughed until who knows when. The people that come in here and say roast birds for different dinners and add oranges and all that kind of stuff, you know, it's really old. You get that so many times that it's just boring, you know. If they come up with something funny, it might be entertaining, but it's just boring. And at this moment in time, you're not watching anything because they've all wandered off. There we go. See now, I was telling you earlier about the water. I emptied that water. That was clean an hour ago. Look at the state of it now. It's not black yet. You can still technically see the bottom, but an hour ago that was spotless. So it's almost impossible to keep water clean around here. You've literally got to empty it and fill it back up again. Why have I got a question mark? Chantel Lesby, what's the question mark for? If you've got any questions that you want answering that doesn't get lost, stick them in the question mark box, because then I can see it easily. I'm not sure I can answer them, mind, but I can try. Leroy Ritchie, they're not too bad. I say they're not too bad because I tend not to do the main muckouts. Meg does. I've plugged my phone in to charge, but it's not charging. Might not be able to do this much longer. My phone doesn't seem to be charging on its charging point. It's gonna die. Yeah, so I tend to do the evening cleans of the run, the feeding. That's a good point, actually. Nope, you're good now. I check on their food. I empty the ponds, that kind of stuff. And Meg does the rest of it. The other thing is Meg is pretty good with looking after the birds if they're not well, so she knows what's needed to be injected if anything needs to be injected. She knows what to look out for. So yeah, there is a fair bit of work, but as long as you keep on top of it and you clean them out daily, it's not too bad. You just get into a routine of it, you know. There we go. Questions are flying. Do you get noise complaints from the neighbours? No, we do not get noise complaints from the neighbours. We give them eggs. That's not really to say that, you know, they're not noisy. We asked permission before we got the birds, and both sides said, yeah, that's fine. They can be noisy. We do try and limit the amount of noise during certain times of day. So, like, we put them to bed at around 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. It gets later as it gets lighter, because otherwise they just shout in the coop. But we put them to bed at a reasonable time, and we tend to get them back up again at a reasonable time that people are not trying to have lie-ins and whatever. And then we supply them with eggs, so it's a bonus, you know. They get free range eggs. I need to sit somewhere now. Get a cramp on my legs. So noise complaints are not really an issue. The other thing is we live in a farmy area, so we've got. What are you looking at? Hold on. We've got mountains all around us with farms on, and those mountains have cows and sheep that yell at certain times of the year, and you can hear them. And we're surrounded by them, so there's always some animal somewhere shouting. Any advice, as my hens don't like eating their grit? Not really. We mix. Oh, well, we got grit separate actually. Our grit is separate. Oh, I got poo all over my knee. These are clean on chickens. We have a dust bath, as you can see there. The ducks are in there at the moment, making a mess. But if you add the grit and things to your dust bath, our chickens at least anyway, do tend to go through that, and they peck at it and eat some of the gravel and whatever, so that could help. But other than that, I wouldn't really know the answer to that question. As long as you've supplied it, they'll eat it when they need it, I'm sure. Speculating, I suppose, but how long have we had them? About 2.5 years we've had these guys. How's my day been? Okay, well, so far I have no idea what the time is actually. I don't know what the time is. It's got to be around 10ish somewhere, possibly later, who knows. But it's going alright so far. It's a little nippy outside, and I need to go and have some breakfast, but I am Marvin. 10:55. Wow, man! I've been doing this for. I've been doing this for 2 hours, guys. No wonder I got a flat battery. Yeah, there we go. That's a good answer. Evie the Bunny, thanks for that answer. Bird lockdown's not quite finished. Nessie Rider. Wednesday, I believe. It's the 31st. I don't know what the date is. But yeah, 31st of March is the official release day for avian influenza. Yeah. At the moment, anyway, that could change. They could lengthen it if anything else happens. But so far, to my knowledge, anyway, it is on the 31st. I wish they'd all stay in one place though, because I'm answering your questions here and I lose track of where they all are. There they are. Now, guys, I need to go in and feed the dog because I just realised I haven't fed him this morning because of my hectic morning. So you can stay with me while we feed the dog if you wish. Ducky. This is her favourite space. She loves to sit by there and just stare out into the garden. Yabby. Let's go sort the doggy out. I've done anything in here now, nothing else in there. Oh, I just realised something. I just forgot I put the egg in my pocket and I've been sitting at a funny angle. Did I break it? No, I have not broken it. Okay, if you want to have a quick gander at the gander as I walk past, you're welcome to do that. Here he is. Look at your beak, Chirpy. What have you been eating? He's such a